Buongiorno, ciao tutti. Welcome back to Uppa's Kitchen on the road. I'm not on the road yet, literally, but I'm in my Airbnb here in Reggio, Calabria, getting ready to go out for lunch. So, I have a lot of food here. Actually, I don't have that much. I don't really have lunch. I have some bread. I can make a bruschetta. I have some tuna, some peppers with tuna. Anyway, I'm, trying to do bigger lunches and smaller dinners. That way I can justify having a pastry or a gelato. So I decided that I would try a restaurant again. I've only really been to a few restaurants here in a week and a half I've been here. I asked for some recommendations, ChatGPT, for more like casual, local kind of places. Place that I went, Drogheria Culinaria, was kind of fancy. So this place that I'm going to go today, Le Vie de Gusto, was a recommendation for Calabrese food. And also a person on Facebook who I asked in a group also recommended this. So ChatGPT and also this local person on Facebook recommended it. Sounds pretty good. Never know. I had a very small breakfast. I just had a little bit of yogurt. So I'm really hungry and I'm going to try to see if they have a sampling menu or maybe get an appetizer and I don't know what. I really want to get pasta, but I might get some kind of a meat or something. Secondo. And then I'm going to take a walk. But anyway, this video will be Le Vie de Gusto. So let's see what it's like. I'm starting here inside because it's so noisy out there with these cars. So I'll see you when I get closer to the restaurant. I said I would come back when I'm close to the restaurant. I'm not close to the restaurant, but just wanted to show you where I am. This is Via Posidonea, Poseidon Street. Just right straight up from my supermarket. So I just came down the hill. Supermarket's on the corner. And then it's a straight walk here. Looks like there's some kind of construction. I don't know what that means. Look at these stairs. There's a beautiful palazzo up there. And then more stairs going down the hill. Oh, this is Via Giudecca. So this is the street with the moving sidewalk. But I'm going to continue walking here. Posidonea. But man, I would not want to have to climb those stairs every day. I would like to know what that palazzo is up there. It's pretty ornate. Some more stairs going up. And more stairs going down. So Reggio Calabria is really kind of built on a hill here. Alright, so from Via Poseidon, there it is. Cucina tipica Calabrese. It's 12 o'clock. Alright, let's go check it out. Probably gonna be the first one there. Looks like they open at 11, which is kind of unusual, but I doubt there will be anybody here yet. Well, so much for that plan. Google Maps says that they're open, but they're only open on Sunday in the afternoon, or Tuesday to Saturday. They open at 7:30. Damn. On to plan B. Well, here at Upper's Kitchen, we make mistakes so you don't have to. Now, I have no idea. I don't have a plan B. So I have no idea where I want to go. Madone. I even got dressed up. Look, I put a shirt on. So I'm going to try this place called Piki. Piki. Reminds me of my Brazilian students used to call me Hiki. So Piki restaurant. They open at 12:30. It's a kind of fusion place, so it's not exactly Calabrese. So it's down the hill, Corso Vittorio Emanuele. Just gonna take my time. It's warm today. It's going up to 75. Just a little humid, and I'm wearing a shirt. I'm taking my time walking down the hill. I've never been down this street before. It's really pretty. I don't know what the name of it is. Kind of a mix of old and newer buildings. Pretty flowers here, pretty balconies. I'm hungry. Here's Piki. We're close to Cesare. So they're not open yet. Gotta find a place to sit. Looks fancy. In here. It's sushi? It's two different restaurants, Piki and Sushi and Company. I'm going to translate the menu. Oh wait, here's... So they have starters, tasting of cooked dishes, mussels, fried calamari. The pata de cose of croutons. They forgot to translate that one. Octopus salad. The raw food tasting, first courses. Spaghetti with clams is maybe the only thing that I would go for. Second courses. So maybe I get fried calamari and spaghetti with clams. It's really not what I wanted, but I don't know if I can eat here. I had some arancini from this place. You can eat over here. And then there's Cesare right there. Lungomare here. Well, I'm very disappointed in my informants. So not only did I ask ChatGPT, I checked on Google Maps. Google Maps had that other place open from 11 a.m., which I thought was odd. They're closed. All right, I'm just gonna walk. I know there's some other restaurants up here. It's very frustrating. So there's Drogheria Culinaria where I went the other day. I could always go back there. And then I think there were a few other places near there. There's a bistro, cocktail, pizzeria. It's called Medusa. What are you gonna do? All of these tools at our disposal, and they're all wrong. So Google Maps said they opened at 12:30. I asked ChatGPT to confirm. It said they open at 12:30, but they're closed. There's a sushi place that's open. Oh, this is Matteotti. Matteotti, I came the other day for gelato, and they were closed. It said they were open. All right, I'm just gonna go back to Drogheria Culinaria. It was a solid choice. I walked past last night, it was pretty empty for dinner. And I noticed that they have a whole other room, so it's a pretty big place. The service was nice. And I saw a woman next to me, she got some kind of looked like eggplant parmesan as a starter. And then she had some kind of beef that looked really good. So I'm gonna check out the meat selections. So I'll get an appetizer and a secondo. All right, I had to walk around. There was a detour. So there's Villa Zerbi. And then straight ahead, I see movement inside. So they're open. I don't know what the deal is. Nothing's open for lunch here. It looks like my table is empty. Where I sat before, it doesn't look very crowded. Alright, so I was going to do an appetizer and a meat, and then they have this mixed grill that has pork and beef and arrosticini and something else. So I got that with some cevatike, forest herbs, wild herbs, bitter greens, and a glass of wine. don't know who ordered all this food. So I have some beef, some veal, arrosticini. Not sure what that is. Some involtini, potatoes, Madone. I don't know if I can get some of this to go. And here are my vegetables. This is way too much food for me, but this is pork, sausage, veal, lamb, and beef. Oh my God, it was so much food. These Italians. So, I knew the guy spoke English, but I wrote it on my phone. I said, I have a problem. It's too much food. Can I get it to go? So he came over. I just showed it to him. He laughed. He said, it's usually for 2 people. I don't know why they didn't say that on the menu. But I said I have enough food for 3 days. So I'm not sure if I recorded this part. I thought I was recording, and maybe I didn't. So it's basically every kind of meat imaginable. There was pork. There were pork ribs. They were good, actually. They were kind of like had a barbecue sauce on them. So those were my favorite. The beef was also kind of ribs, a little tough. And then veal involtini, so veal rolls. They were stuffed with something, maybe more meat. Sausage, the sausage was good, but it was kind of salty. Lamb, arrosticini, and then potatoes. And there's a little bit of arugula underneath the potatoes. And then the vegetables were just way too overcooked. Rapini, broccoli rabe, and maybe there was escarole. There were a couple different greens, but they were just really soggy, way overcooked. I'm stuffed. So I ate like a third of all that meat, and I got the rest to go. Really nice guy. There are a lot of tourists there today. So I asked ChatGPT if there was a cruise in town. Couldn't tell me, but it did confirm that cruise ships come here. They all seemed like they knew each other. They seemed like they were German. The moving sidewalk is not walking, I'm working. So I'm walking, which is fine. I walk up Via Giudecca because there are no cars. And it's an incline. So my neighborhood drunk, I think, got arrested last night. I was walking home one night. I walked past him. He moved around the corner. I didn't really know he was there, so I was crossing the street over to my side of the street, and he threw a bunch of papers at me. I don't know that he intended to throw them at me. He did hit me though. I said, what the fuck? I could smell a bunch of alcohol. So I'm thinking he spilled his beer and he was mad. And he was throwing the papers and they just happened to hit me. But I didn't like it. I don't know, somebody complained about him and they took him away. But I kind of wish he was there today because I would give him his food. There's just no way I'm going to eat all this food. Go this way. So that was lunch. Not what I wanted. Now I know. Don't order the mixed grill platter. It's a good thing I didn't get an appetizer. Madone. All right. So tomorrow I'm going to go to Messina. Get my cannoli. I have leftovers, so I don't know that I'll be eating out much. And then I'm going to Napoli on Tuesday. So stay tuned for more adventures here on the road. Ciao for now. Bye. All right, problem solved. There's a guy in front of the supermarket, kind of down and out. I asked him if he eats meat. He said yes. I just held up the bag and he took it. So it's his problem now. I hope he enjoys it. I don't know if he's going to like those vegetables. And yeah, my neighborhood drunk is gone. He used to sit right there on that step, and then he moved around the corner here. And I think these bags might be his. But he's gone. Anyway, there's no way I was going to eat all that. So hopefully, I think this is his stuff. Hopefully this guy will eat the meat. So that's really it. Oh my God, I'm so stuffed. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed today's adventure. 2 strikes and a half. I'm counting my lunch as a half of a strike because it's way too much food. 46 euros. So it's a little bit of a splurge. Ciao for now.